I will not let you win. I will destroy the ship. I will discontinue the cycle. Stop! Thou shalt not create a schism. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic. I mean, it appears that even inside of Amarnat, there's a schism. At the hand of a deity, the Mechadendrite extends over Nile, lying convulsing on the deck. I do not want this, tech sister, but the procedure must be completed. Farewell. His claw carefully removes a mangled, suit-covered neural cogitator from the breast whisper's head. The tech priest shudders, and peace descends over her disfigured face. I don't know if that's peace. I wonder how Abel regards this whole mess. The ghost-like figure in red approaches you cautiously. Enormous sad eyes look at you from his ascetic face. Doubt has been shunned. The dominate of prejustice has ended. Abelard's voice resonates with the same otherworldly profundity that has filled Pasqal's vox. And the statement is true. Only imagination and judgment are left. Our directive is to conceptualize the future we desire and bring it into being. I gotta say, imagination sounds nicer than judgment. And Edward takes a closer look at Pasqal. I wonder how differently this whole scene would, by the way, like once again, play without Abel, if it was just judgment. The tech priest looks the same as before, yet different. His morbid aura of martyrdom has given way to a calm and powerful halo of purposefulness. His Mechadendrites move with the grace of an inscrutable dance. The scars left by loss and doubt have turned into dark threads on a radiant body, confident in its next step. And his voice, a voice born in the nuclear front of a star, it hardened in the cold of the interplanetary void. I am sorry about the death of your tech sister. Basically another part of you, right? So am I. The tech priest's inscrutable gaze is fixed upon the body once inhabited by Pasqal's shared mind. The voice from the vox is like the tolling of bells summoning a host of angels. I declare the period of ignorance over and will resume execution of the general algorithm. Integrity has been rehabilitated to a satisfactory degree. Memory access has been restored. I remember everything. Pasqal turns to you and gives you a long look brimming with quiet elation. May the shattered mirror resemble to reflect light wholly new. But you're still an Amarnat, right? Just a part of him. What are you, or what were you? A higher form of intelligence. A collective of computational tools freed from limitations of individualism and the aberrations that stem from having a distinct personality. And at the same time, a collective bound by a single set of principles that are equal importance to all, being pure of faith in the Omnissiah and acting for the benefit of humanity. We were different. Each one of us considered the prospects of such an experiment, but I was the first to gain the resolve to attempt it. Niall joined the project to afford control over it. She regarded the experiment as dangerously close to a blasphemous act of creation. The Conclave had ordered her to end my research, but she became convinced of the possibility of its success. Now I'm confused once more. I thought it was like a collective mind, a hive mind. So how could she disagree with him? Now reinforced our union with the prudence of Demence, a meticulous and reserved auditor, a danger seeker. I strengthened our genius with the fiery faith of the warrior Tarsus in order to banish the shadow of false ideas. Axiomantha, who teetered on the brink of becoming a Malatek, was chosen by us for loyalty to ruthless logic and a cold scrutiny, or indeed, dissection of our theories. But that sounds more like individuals coming together. Or did they all build Amarnat and then returned after that back to their individuals? I'm so confused. Abel. Pasqal turns his gaze toward his last surviving tech comrade. Our quiet genius. The caged genius of imagination, the abstract artist of code. His talent completed the collective and made it a whole. Are you Amarnat? The statement is true. Pasqal's stock phrase sounds more complex and more human than before. I carry within me his memory and his logical foundations. I am us. I am Amarnat. Abel points to Pasqal's mechanandrites and says softly, they have always remembered. They have always preserved. Thank you for the path we have walked. As Pasqal bows, his thin shoulders seem to take an eternity to descend from the heights that his mind has soared to. And I'm sorry about what happened to Theodora. Did you know Theodora? Which we know the answer to. We were allies. She entrusted me with studying a trophy she had obtained. The voice from the box grows quiet and hoarse, as though coming from a distant path. We, Amarnat, discovered the basic ways of communicating with it. We developed a weapon-grade strain of tech blight for her. It terrified me. So I developed its antidote, Eschatos, the concept for the ultimate interruption of machine life. It is not the same as the tech blight. It is the end to it. I don't want to call it a cure. That was why every one of our shards was located so close to you and to the Von Valensis domain. We were counting on her finding us and extending us her aid and protection. Which we did as her successor. What's next? What is the general algorithm? A judgment must be passed. Should the secret of Eschatos exist, or be shunned as a false path? And should I exist? That is we, Amarnat. A soft Beneric melody, full of sadness and solemn resolve, pours from Abel's vox. You have not heard it before. You would never have thought Beneric language could be so comprehensible to one who does not bear the mark of the omniscience iron blessing. Amarnat was a union of 6 tech priests, but a few of them are dead now. How does Amarnat still exist? Amarnat sounds less like a hive mind, to be honest, even though the game called it that, but more like a collective, right? Because they're not the same. And also from what we got told, they still acted individually. Everything Amarnat was at the moment of disconnection has now awoken in my mind. We are at the point where we stopped, but the Amarnat collective, not hive mind, was envisioned as a dynamic structure. We need new minds. If I bid you to follow, will you come with me, tech comrade? Pasqal waits for an affirmative nod and says, we will be the core. The collective can be replenished with worthy minds from among those aboard the Hermetico. Sincerity is present in their motives and faith. They are intuitively capable of comprehending the notion of discontinuing the cycle. Our collective memory can compensate for the lack of knowledge and memory of the rites. Restoration is possible. Pasqal, or what used to be known as Pasqal, makes a sacred gesture and green sparks run down his mechanical arm. But the judgment must be passed first. What judgment are you leaning toward? Pasqal casts a sorrowful gaze at Niall's body. His voice is full of wisdom and wariness. We have seen many things over the decades. We've seen true corruption, the distortion of the omniscience design, Kiava Gamma. You've read this too. The blenders of Xenos pass into oblivion. Our own crimes. The darkness grows. And there must be a fire to burn it away. That's what Argenta said. The graceful dance of the mechanandrites takes on a more energetic, wilder pattern. I am leaning toward the idea that Eschatos is necessary, the Amarnat is necessary, that the cycle must be discontinued. We still don't really know what the cycle is. And Edward addresses Abel. What are your thoughts on this dilemma? Abel lowers his eyes and is silent for a while, then says, we have made great sacrifices. The statement is enigmatic. I request an expanded interpretation. Pasqal looks demandingly into Abel's eyes, but he turns away. That's not helpful, Abel. So now we can think about how Abel meant that. I think Abel means that your experiment has caused too much destruction and bloodshed. Not that it did. Abel gives you a sideways glance and says ruefully, "So much loss." Pasqal nods with an air of authority and says, "I thank you both. The information's been noted and submitted for analysis." So, what will the destruction of Eschatos mean for you? A shower of sparks burst from the power unit as Pasqal shoulders burning holes in the scarlet hood. An act of sacrifice. I will destroy the data concerning this technology and the methods of reproducing it. I will burn it out of my neural circuits, along with everything that led to its creation. Amarnat will be no more. Only a damaged and incomplete shard of him will remain. Pasqal Hinuman. Which I have to say kinda sounds like the better option, right? Not to have a weapon for mechanical mass destruction here. Ooh. And we have to make the decision. We can say we need Amarnat and the power he wields. We need Eschatos, but we also need Pasqal. We can say that he should destroy it. Or we can say that only he can make the decision. But I mean, looking at this ship, looking at what happened here, I think keeping this weapon is the wrong idea. And I mean, you will have people like, I mean, look at that, what's happening currently. You will have people like the Lord Inquisitor is going to try to further his own weird goals with secrets and power like that. Let's go with that. Even though, not an easy decision to make in general. I would also be curious what happens if I say make your own decision. Decisions. Right? Do you have an opinion on that matter, Healer? Or too abstract without knowing the things that happened before? Your secrets reek of heresy. Do the right thing and destroy it. Let's see if, for the first time, Pasqal actually listens to what we said. The god's voice is thunderous and mournful. Eschatos is not to blame for the schism and bloodshed that followed its creation. The blame lies with us. The innermost secret must not be lost because of our imperfection. We recognize that the Amarnat Collective has proved itself incapable of solving the dilemma and does not deserve rebirth. So the dilemma henceforth be solved by Pasqal Hinuman, alone. I absolutely... wow. And once more, we can't decide. I have no say, I won't do me with my non-existing expertise. But I mean, you can still have guesses. Feel free. What did I expect? Of course Pasqal doesn't heed our recommendation. And we can either draw a weapon, or we can say do what you have decided to do. Do we want that? I don't want to kill Pasqal, but I also really don't want to have this weapon around. It is frustrating that you can't influence at all. I mean, except now you could draw a weapon and kill him. Why am I scrolling through the texts? What are you going to do? We can't really let this weapon exist. Was there no option to persuade him Why did I even skill persuasion? Being a true iconoclast and very true to his beliefs, even though it will hurt Edward, he draws his weapon. I will not let this happen. The otherworldly force drains from his vox like water. Pasqal turns to look at you, and you see the familiar features showing through the higher form of intelligence. In a strange voice that could equally be frightening, pleading, or indifferent, he inquires, "Are you going to kill me?" Why do we just have those two options? I don't want that. Why did he even offer, and why did he even tell us about what destruction of Eschatos would mean for him if he doesn't do that anyway? What also confuses me is, in the previous text it said, like, if he destroys the data concerning the technology and methods of using it, then there will be only the incomplete chart, Pasqal Human. So if he wants to stay Pasqal, what he kind of decided, why is there... It feels like it was like, okay, you have those four options. I picked one and was like, nah, I'm going to do this secret fifth option. I don't want to kill you, Pasqal. We killed people for less, didn't we? And the thing is, he won't ever listen to us. I mean, he never did. This whole game. He doesn't heed our concerns, he doesn't heed our... I never drew my weapon on him, so this is completely out of my knowledge area now. You just let... What was your suggestion, Alistair? But then again, drawing your weapon doesn't really change that much. It's still like you have to confirm to execute him. I don't want to kill him, but I really want to destroy the weapon. I don't think that's really the best for the sector. Why did we even go here? I don't know, I can't decide. Decision paralysis. Why can't I just talk to you, Pasqal? Why do you have to resist everything I say? I think for the safety, we have to kill him. Because I mean, it will just repeat itself. I'm very sorry, Pasqal. And Edward executes Pasqal. Yes, farewell, comrades. Your judgment is accepted. Farewell, Edward. Pasqal closes his eyes and calmly receives your blow. The unit Pasqal Human service has ended. Why did you accept me killing you, but you didn't accept just like deleting that knowledge? You even asked me, you even proposed that. That's frustrating. Oh boy.
Rise to the top or get left in the
Abel
dust.
just stands there. We can't interact with him? That's also weird, because I mean he's also Amarnat, right? Oh boy. What a sinister ending. From what I remember, he reset himself and was Pasqal, but wasn't him. And about the weapon? What is up with Abel? Can we talk to you now? Wait, now he's gone? What the heck? What's up with Abel? I'm really confused
Let us
about that.
not dawdle.
So sad that we lost Pasqal. I think so too. But I really couldn't see how to justify keeping this weapon, this knowledge alive. I mean, look at how many people it killed here on this ship. I looked it up. I had a dogmatic specific dialogue because of things I chose with him throughout the game. I mean, that's nice. Sigh. I'm sad. I miss Pasqal. I will miss you, my tech priest. And we lost all our technological expertise. Well. Your Lordship, we are observing a large squadron of Adeptus Mechanicus forces. Many of the ships are badly damaged. Judging by the position of the servants of the Omnissiah, they're divided into two groups. I dare say they were fighting not long ago. I'm picking up a signal from one of the ships. I think it was because we were being iconoclast as far as I can tell. Might be. Did you also experience that he like opposes you on everything you said? Like every decision you made? God, that was so frustrating. The ship is identified as the Von Valencia's dynasty vessel. You're being hailed by a representative of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. Query, is the statement that the Messiah is dead is true? Is the statement that the schism has been ended true? Why is Pasqal answering? I wish to know if their fragile battle should continue. What do you think I should answer, Edward? This game is so bugged. Nope, remember I was dogmatic. True, then you didn't disagree with him that much. But for me it's so weird that like playing Iconoclast had the biggest clashes with Pasqal. Not with the Iconoclast, with the dogmatic character, or the other dogmatic characters. Not with Heinrix, a member of the literal Inquisition. Nor with Argenta. I don't know. Why is Pasqal there? I think that's a bug. Anyway, I guess we have to decide? Tell them that the statement is true. The heresy has been exterminated, and there's no more reason for bloodshed. I mean, maybe also the decision tree before was kind of bugged. Because I mean, why even let us choose if you ignore it anyway? We're picking up an active Vox exchange on encrypted frequencies between the explorator ships. Incoming message. The Cognizance Fleet praises the end of the schism. The nonconformity will be overcome. The purity of the ritual shall be restored. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Okay, but Pasqal's gone. I still will miss you. Oh boy. Yeah. Big oof. Yeah. What two things would confuse me about the whole Pasqal quest still. For one, from what you copied from the wiki, Alistair, I would have guessed, or the wiki also says, like, telling the thing when talking with Abel about too much bloodshed and stuff would put him on the continuation path. That would mean destroying the power, because I mean, the other option was like to say you have the right to earn this power. So, I don't know if that was a bug, that he didn't want to give up the secret. I don't know. And I mean, what happens to Abel? He's also Amarnat, right? Let's see if he's still on our ship. I mean, we also couldn't talk to him, right? Weird. It would be very sad if we lost Pasqal due to a bug. Oh well. The machine spirits of this game don't look kindly on us. The helmsman, which it is. Nope. Quite sure that Abel is also gone. What happened to him? That also, I mean, that definitely seems like an oversight, right? See, I looked up my ending. I chose the continuation path too, but he lived for me. I think you might have chosen something wrong, or it was a bug. I don't know. I think I never encouraged him to take power and accept collateral damage. I don't know. It feels like a bug. Also, the whole thing with Abel not showing up, not being involved in the ending. And also Pasqal still being alive in the conversation after with the ships. I don't get it. Oh well. Off to footfall. And finally talking with Cassia one more time. I mean, we do kinda have to think about who to take along instead of Pasqal. Oh boy. Like Argenta? Or Idira? Because I mean, Idira is now not that bad at Psyker, right? Oh gosh, then we have to level her up. Boy. I think we have to level up Idira. And let's go all into the Psyker powers. Gosh, we have to read all the talents again. Unbreakable Will. Defense. The dodge is increased by half the armor bonus to the armor. That's nice. Let's go with that. Ooh, at the beginning of every combat, the Psyker's allies gain plus 15% critical hit chance. Neat. More willpower as always. Better Psyker powers. Increase our Psy rating once more. More firepower. We can't get willpower up again. Alright, Mother-chan. Good night and see you next time. If not willpower, then probably intelligence. Because she's still an operator, right? Make a breach. Go. Yeah, just more debuffs for enemies. I think that's kind of nice. don't think we need any of her skills, actually. Because, I mean, she's not very good at tech use or logic. But hey, still, let's take them. Plus 7% of dodge to critical hit chance. That's actually pretty nice with that dodge. Another AP. Flawless plan. The first dodge attempt of every enemy is in combat suffers a 7 plus 7 times Psyker, so 35% penalty. Also not too bad, I'd say. Alright, Idira, welcome back to the team. Let's talk to Carcosa. Oh boy. This will be exciting. Oh man, I'm annoyed. If that really was a bug which caused us to lose Pasqal, that would be so sad. I think it was because you drew your gun on him. But no, I decided on my judgment, and then he was like, okay, I'm going to do, I will stop existing as Amarnat, and but I will keep the knowledge, and it will be my decision alone. And then I drew the weapon. Of course, when I decided that, he reacted, and then I had two options to be like, okay, you do you. Or draw your weapon. I was like, maybe drawing your weapon helps or opens up another option. It didn't. But that didn't change anything. That was already afterwards.
Keep your wits about you.
I'm kind of thinking about if I want to reload it once and just see if it was a bug and if I can maybe fix it. I'd say we do that. And the game will just continue here. If it doesn't work, but if it does work, we will have our dear old Pasqal with us again. So, let's do save. Save without pass. Go. So yeah, long story very short, it is due to our decisions. Saw that in the toy box. Unfortunately, it's not a bug. Guess, as Alistair said, we just argued way too much with Pasqal throughout the game. Which is sad, but yeah. Anyway, still, next thing to do is demanding some answers from Carcosa. Yeah. Oh boy. What a stream. We lost a companion. Which is really sad.